hardly breathe. Smoking gun.
Неопровержимая улика.
Piece of evidence that proves that something is true, or that soaking wet.
Насквозь промокший.
Very wet. Covet.
Домогаться.
If you burp something, you strongly want to have it for yourself. Frantic.
Неистовый.
If you are adjective, you are behaving in a what? Transfusion.
Трансфузия.
An act of transferring donated blood product, legacy.
Наследие.
A noun is money or property which someone leaves to you when they die. Feather.
Перо.
Any one of the light growths that make up the outer covering of precarious.
Сомнительный.
Frivolous.
Фривольный.
If you describe someone as adjective, you mean they behave in a silly or light-hearted way.
Плотоядный.
Carnivore, an animal that feeds on other animals.
Враждебность.
Animus, a strong feeling of dislike or hatred.
Переливание крови.
Transfusion, an act of transferring donated blood.
Жаждать.
Covet, if you burp something, you strongly want to have it for yourself.
Подготовительный.
Preliminary, adjective activities or discussions take place at the beginning of an event.
Идти крадучись.
Slink, move smoothly and quietly with gliding steps.
Сомнительный.
Precarious, not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall.
Суматошный.
Frantic, if you are adjective, you are behaving in a wild and uncontrolled way because you.
Наследство.
Legacy, a noun is money or property which someone leaves to you when they die.
Богиня.
Goddess, a woman who is greatly loved or admired. If you are adjective, you are behaving in a wild and uncontrolled way because you are frightened or worried. Frantic.
Неистово.
She wants an act of transferring donated blood products, or other fluid into the circulatory system of a person or animal. Transfusion.
Трансфузия.
Of course, a statement in which you express too much pride in yourself or in something you have done, or are connected to in some way. A statement in which you express too much pride in yourself or in something you have done, or are connected to in some way. Boast.
Предмет гордости.
I said, who takes risks in order to achieve something? Audacious. If you verb something, you strongly want to have it for yourself. Covet.
Жаждать.
Homer shall not covet his neighbor. Very wet. Soaking wet.
Насквозь промокший.
If your situation is adjective, you are not in complete control of events and might fail in what you are doing at any moment. Precarious.
Сомнительный.
Our society is dependent on some precarious mechanisms, and they are very dicey. Proceeding or done in preparation for something fuller or more important. Preliminary.
Черновой.
The company will great sorrow or distress, often used hyperbolically. Woe.
Беда.
Yet, talk. A noun is money or property which someone leaves to you when they die. Legacy.
Наследство.
His grandmother died and unexpectedly left him a small legacy. Crave.
Сильно хотеть.
I can skip over that and transfusion.
Трансфузия.
Of course, screen. Frantic.
Неистовый.
She wants to know why she reads as a child with such a frantic appetite. Cold-hearted.
Бесстрастный.
I go home to Iowa. Drop a hint.
Намекнуть.
I was hoping. Soaking wet.
Насквозь мокрый.
Carnivore.
Хищник.
He is a carnivore. Preliminary.
Подготовительный.
Precarious.
Ненадежный.
Frivolous.
Фривольный.
People may see it as frivolous or silly, but it's the most important thing. Of course, screening for HIV did essentially eliminate the transmission of this virus by word. Transfusions. Of course, screening for people may see it as word or silly, but it's the most important thing. Frivolous. People may see it as frivolous or silly, but life isn't black and white, it's a million gray areas, don't you find? White. Life isn't black and white. Our society is dependent on some word, mechanisms, and they are very dicey. They can easily collapse.
Сомнительный.
Between them the sea sucked back out for a couple of miles before word, back towards us. Move rapidly or forcefully. Hurtling. Between them the sea sucked back out for a couple of miles before hurtling. She wants to know why she reads as a child with such a word, appetite. Frantic. She wants to know why she reads as a child with such a frantic appetite. This land, this water, this air, this planet, this is our word to our young. Legacy. This land, this water, this air, this planet, this is our legacy to our young. The word, agreement has already been reached. Preliminary. The preliminary agreement has already been reached. We do not word anything from any nation except their respect. Wins.
Позариться.
The company word, the necessary money. Supply. The company supplied the necessary money. Carnivore.
Плотоядная.
A noun is an animal that legacy.
Наследие.
An amount of money or property left to someone in a will. Visceral. Coming from strong emotions and not from logic or reason.
Инстинктивный.
Coming from strong emotions and not frivolous.
Фривольный.
Not having any serious purpose or value. Precarious.
Сомнительный.
Not securely held or in position. Lean on me.
Положись на меня.
Rely on or derive support from. Soaking wet.
Насквозь промокший.
Reluctant.
Вынужденный.
Feeling or showing doubt about doing something. Preliminary.
Черновой.
Proceeding or done in frantic.
Неистовый.
If you are adjective, you are behaving in a wild and
Насквозь мокрый.
soaking wet, very wet.
Распутывать.
To separate or disentangle the threads of a woven or knitted fabric. Unravel. To separate or disentangle.
Подразумеваемый.
Tacit. Expressed or understood without.
Суматошный.
Frantic. If you are adjective, you are.
Плотоядная.
Carnivore. An animal that feeds on other animals.
Черновой.
Preliminary. Proceeding or done in preparation for something, fuller or more important.
Наследство.
Legacy. A noun is money or property which someone leaves to you when they die.
Шариковая ручка.
A pen with a very small metal ball at the end, which ballpoint pen. A pen with a very small metal.
Сомнительный.
Precarious, not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse.
Позариться.
Covet. If you burp something, you strongly want to have it for yourself. A noun is an animal that eats meat. Carnivore.
Плотоядная.
Is an act of transferring donated blood, blood products, or other fluid into the circulatory system of a person or animal. Transfusion.
Трансфузия.
An amount of money or property left to someone in a will. Legacy.
Наследство.
Is grant about behavior that is stupid and does not show consideration for other people. Crass.
Крайне глупо.
If you say that something is adjective to happen, you mean that it will definitely happen. Certain.
Определенный.
Journey, nasty or unpleasant. Eggy.
Неприятный.
It feels very wet. Soaking wet.
Насквозь промокший.
Not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Precarious.
Ненадежный.
If you are adjective, you are behaving in a wild and uncontrolled way because you are frightened or worried. Frantic.
Суматошный.
Proceeding or done in preparation for something, fuller or more important. Preliminary.
Предварительный.
The company. Loud.
Шумный.
If you don't know how. Soaking wet.
Насквозь мокрый.
Legacy.
Наследство.
This land. Precarious.
Ненадежный.
Is remorse.
Раскаяние.
I could preliminary.
Черновой.
The covet. Frantic.
Суматошный.
Bird head. Transfusion.
Трансфузия.
Cereal.
Хлебный.
If you eat the same cereal every day, it's gonna get old. But the techno-utopians do get word with their platitudes and their ability to prattle on for hours without saying much of substance. Tiresome. But the techno-utopians, he eventually tried a few word steps round his hospital room. Tentative. He eventually tried a few the word agreement has already been reached. Preliminary. The preliminary agreement has already been reached. Our society is dependent on some word mechanisms, and they are very dicey.
Сомнительный.
This land, this water, this air, this planet, this is our
Наследство.
We do not word anything from any nation except their respect.
Жаждать.
We must do what we can to save the world's largest word from extinction. Carnivores. We must do what we can to save the bird had been locked in and was by now quite word. Frantic. Bird had been locked in and was by now. While this wealth will flow naturally to those who already have wealth, the word lesson of history is that some amount also will be redistributed to the poor. Unequivocal. While this wealth will flow Diana is word, because she got caught in that storm while she was out taking a walk. Soaking wet. Diana is soaking wet because she got caught in that storm while she was out taking a walk.
Насквозь.
Narrative.
Повесть.
Cognitive. Giving an appearance or impression different from the true one. Deceptive.
Вводящий в заблуждение.
Preliminary.
Подготовительный.
Legacy.
Наследство.
His grand. Precarious.
Сомнительный.
Covet.
Жаждать.
We do not covet. Transfusion.
Переливание крови.
Endure.
Длиться.
We endured the lecture for us.
Выжить.
Frivolous.
Фривольный.
People. Carnivore.
Плотоядный.
He is a carnivore. He really likes